everyone, this is Gale from paulgalenetwork.com, and thank you for joining me today for this Pikmin Bloom official trailer reaction. This is coming to us from Niantic and Nintendo, and it's going to be a smartphone app / game released seemingly soon. I'm excited to see what's cooking. Of course, today is also Pikmin's 20th anniversary, as Nintendo shared earlier today on Twitter, reminding us that Pikmin came out 20 years ago for the Nintendo GameCube. And that's kind of wild to think, because in my mind, for a good while, Pikmin was a brand new IP, and now it's 2 decades old. So by a lot of metrics, depending on who you are, I guess, in life, how old you are and where you've been in the video game industry, it's old school, all right? For me, I guess it's kind of that in between. Growing up in the 80s and 90s, there's plenty of IP that I enjoyed before Pikmin, but there's also plenty that have come out after. So Pikmin's sort of this in between thing for me, but I guess, yeah, it constitutes as old school, but really depends on how old are you and when you started gaming and at what point did this come out in your life. But without further delay, let's watch the trailer for Pikmin Bloom and see what it's like.
Hi everyone. Today we're thrilled to be launching Pikmin Bloom in partnership with our friends at Nintendo. I'm a huge believer in the power of walking, and that's why at Niantic we want to inspire people to go outside, explore their neighborhoods, and have fun at the same time. But even though the benefits of walking are clear for physical and mental health, we know it's not always easy to get up off the couch. We think Pikmin are the perfect creatures to help. As you walk with Pikmin Bloom, you'll find Pikmin seedlings, which you can pick up and grow to create your very own squad of Pikmin. The more you walk, the more Pikmin you'll collect, who can help make flowers bloom along your path. And as more people walk and plant flowers in your neighborhood, you'll start to grow a shared garden that we hope makes your daily walk just a little more magical. Collectively, all the players of Pikmin Bloom will literally be transforming the world together. Let's take a look at what the world looks like with Pikmin Bloom.
That's pretty sweet. I was gonna say it's very Pokemon Go-like, you know? That's been out for 5 years, as of this past July. Now, unlike Pokemon, which is, the Pokemon company owned by Nintendo, Creatures Inc., Game Freak, and yeah, Creatures Inc. and Game Freak are partially owned, second-party-ish properties of Nintendo, companies affiliated with Nintendo. So Pokemon kind of as an overall brand, if you want to think of it, not the most accurate way necessarily, but it's like a 2/3 owned Nintendo IP. Pikmin, on the other hand, is a fully owned Nintendo IP created by Shigeru Miyamoto back in 2001 for Nintendo GameCube. This looks cute. This is a charming little presentation. It's definitely giving me some Pokemon Go vibes. I like Pikmin. I'm glad that Pikmin 3 Deluxe on Nintendo Switch was the best-selling game in the franchise, and I hope that this kind of does for Pikmin what Pokemon Go did for Pokemon. Pokemon was always successful, but Pokemon Go kind of brought it into like this mainstream mentality, and we saw sales in following Pokemon games doing better, outperforming, a couple of previous entries. Pikmin's obviously a smaller franchise, but this looks cool, and if this is well received, obviously the game's not going to look like this on your smartphone, but this is fun. If Pikmin is well received, it gets downloaded by a lot of people, is the talk of the town, even if it doesn't reach Pokemon Go heights, which I don't think it will, but if it does well, and then Nintendo drops, boom, Pikmin 4. Probably not today in this video, but Pikmin 4 at a future direct coming out in 2022, that'd be fantastic. App Store and Google Play.
Now I'm happy to introduce my friend Miyamoto-san
from
Nintendo, who worked with us closely to bring this app to life.
Yay, Mr. Miyamoto.
ピクミンの原作者でスーパーマリオの父でもある宮本茂です。
It was awesome seeing him recently.
ジョンさん、
to
ありが
talk
とうございま
about
した。 私
Super
も
Mario
ナイアンテ
movie.
ックの皆さんとこのアプリの開発はとても新鮮で楽しく進めています。さて皆さん、地球上には人の目には見えないピクミンという不思議な生き物がいます。あなたのそばにもいるんですよ。そしてこのピクミンブルームではスマートフォンを通して皆さんもピクミンを見ることができるようになります。ピクミンは虫のような植物のような不思議な生き物で、頭には花を咲かせます。このピクミンブルームでは初めての場所に行くと新しいピクミンが見つかります。あなたが筆を吹いて指示をするとピクミンたちは大勢集まってきて仕事をしたり荷物を運んだりしてくれ
I
ます
hope
よ。
this also connects
遠
with
くに出かける時
smartwatches.
も必ず連れて行ってくださいね。旅先でピクミンの写真を撮ったり、出かけた記録は日記帳のように残ります。さあ、ピクミンと一緒に思い出を作る生活を始めてみませんか。それではジョンさん、よろ
I
しく。
interviewed Mr. Miyamoto back at E3
Thank you, Miyamoto-san, for
2013
working together with
regarding
us
Pikmin
and
3
turning walking
on Wii
into
U
a fun adventure with
and what
Pikmin
his
Bloom.
future
Pikmin Bloom will be
projects
rolling out globally
entail.
starting today, and you can find it on the App Store and Google Play. So grab your
Bill
phone,
Trinan and,
grow your squad of Pikmin, and let's
a
fill
late
the world with
good friend,
flowers
Jenny
together.
Mahalka from Nintendo, were part of that interview process. Okay, wow, that's it. That was cool. What's a good image
With flowers together.
to end on? I guess the logo right there. Okay, cool. Let me know what you thought of that trailer. Will you be downloading Pikmin Bloom? What do you think of the Pikmin IP overall? Are you going to be downloading this? Where were you 20 years ago on October 26th, 2001, when Pikmin came out for the first time? Of course, that was on the Japanese Nintendo GameCube, because we have yet to officially hit the 20th anniversary of Nintendo GameCube in North America. That's coming up next month, but this was a launch title in the United States as well, so Pikmin's North American anniversary is coming out soon. So I guess where were you either on this date, October 26th, 20 years ago, or in November 20 years ago, come November, when Pikmin came out? Were you looking forward to it? Was it a new IP that looked kind of weird? Was it promising? Have you been a fan of the series ever since? Are you new to it? Have you yet to play one? If you've yet to play one, I really recommend checking out the Pikmin 3 Deluxe demo on the Nintendo Switch eShop. It's free. You could play, you could experience it with 2 players. That's a new feature, the 2-player co-op, as part of the Nintendo Switch version of Pikmin 3 Deluxe that the Wii U Pikmin 3 did not have. I'm looking forward to Pikmin 4. Like I said, it's been almost done in development for quite a while, but I have reason to believe that development kind of shifted, or maybe rebooted, or maybe more was added to it to take advantage of Nintendo Switch hardware, and it's kind of hard to guess what's going to happen with that entry and when is it going to come out. I hope this does well, and I think a beautiful 1-2 punch would be, come February or something like that in a Nintendo Direct, if they said Pikmin 4, launching this June. Maybe if the video game industry is back to having more in-person events and we get E3 next June, maybe Pikmin Bloom is one of those big titles that's playable at the event and it's coming out, 3 weeks later. So you get that preview / reveal of it in February. 4 months later, press gets to play it, blow it out, have a good time with it at E3, and then you only have a couple of weeks to go with all of this positive word of mouth, probably, and then boom, hit it. That's kind of my hope, right? That would be a really nice timing of letting this develop as its own thing for, several months, and man, that's cool. All right, Pikmin Bloom. I'm gonna go download it. Hopefully it's available on the iPhone App Store tonight or soon. This is PGN signing out. Thanks for watching with me. Have a good one. Bye.